said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill in jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee, dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Greetings, friends, and welcome back once again to Gothic Horror Gaming here on Nat21 Adventures. I'm your host, the Gloom Master. I have several friends who will be joining me just in a little bit. But for those of you who are regulars here on the program, once again, we are having a bit of a bye week in our gaming session as a result of scheduling conflicts with our players in mid-game. So we are going to hopefully be picking that up next week. That's the plan. We've all agreed to it. So we should be wrapping up. Our Grim Maven has created a game set in the 1990s at a restaurant in the Pacific Northwest. We are about 2/3 of the way through that. So hopefully we will be getting that done next week. And then after that, I will have an adventure planned that we'll be rolling right into that. But for this week, we're going to take a little opportunity to do some horror trivia. I've created some horror trivia questions, and I'm going to ask all of you and let you post your responses before I reveal the answers. Also, we might do some stories. As always, we are open for questions and answers, kind of like an ongoing Ask Me Anything sort of thing. If you have any questions about horror, about role-playing, about Dungeons & Dragons, Renaissance Fair work, most of us are Renaissance Fair performers, anything like that at all, we would love to chat about it. So please just let us know in the comments right on over there. Also, about comments, you can see StreamYard has changed, and so now we have the comments are actually displayed on screen right over here. So they'll actually be popping up on the screen, so you can actually see them there as well as in on Twitch itself. And for those of you who are joining in via YouTube, they'll also be right here on this little screen. Before too much further, I do want to thank our sponsors. As always, we'd like to thank Destination D&D, or 3D2U. We'll do them first. Why the hell not? Or D&D. Damn your eyes. Shakespeare's in the background. 3D2U.org, our good friends Jesse and Amy, doing all sorts of 3D printed and laser woodcut D&D accessories, props, that sort of thing, journals, dice towers, all kinds of stuff, fun stuff. Check them out at 3D2U.org. You can also go to our perennial sponsors, Destination D&D, a division, shall we say, of reminisces.com. But Destination D&D is specifically going to exotic locations and playing Dungeons & Dragons in them. They are in England right now. Paulo is, they're doing a D&D in Muncaster Castle in the Lakes region of England. It's a little bit, I believe, north and west of Manchester. You can sign up for that. We're going to do it again next year. It happens late June, early July. But this fall, we are doing one that is still open and available here in the United States at the in New Orleans. So you come on down, you game for like 4 or 5 days in New Orleans, take tours in between gaming sessions, and it culminates in a visit to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, where you can find many of the people that you see on this channel on a regular basis. So yes, Destination D&D in New Orleans this November, later in November. So check that out. Be sure to join us, and we'd love to see you there. That's at destinationdnd.com. You can also, if you like the dulcet sound of my voice, you can find my audiobook, Dare, that was written by none other than Handler Z, Melissa Lee. She writes short fiction and poetry of the darker bent. It is available as Kindle, as paperback, and as an Audible book, which I have narrated. And we have a brand new one that she assembled, Dread. Also illustrated by Devin Burkowski, if anybody knows her from the New Jersey Renaissance Fair and from the Lords of Adventures. She illustrated the whole thing for us. It's quite beautiful. And as soon as I have the opportunity to not have a screaming child, and I'm home at the same time, I'll be finishing recording that audiobook for that as well. It is about 2/3 of the way done. I just have a couple stories I need to flesh out, and 1 or 2 new ones that need to get plugged in there. So be sure to check us out over there. Another word about tonight. This is a horror stream, so we are going to talk about things that are sometimes uncomfortable for people: violence, gore, graphic horror, violence against minors, violence against minors, both the pickaxe and the small toy kind, creatures of common phobia, that sort of thing. So just be aware. And sometimes our language, we try to keep it on the PG, but it sometimes skews due to the intensity of things sometimes. So just be aware that that is there. So without any further ado, let me welcome my co-host here this evening, none other than your good old-fashioned Shakespeare approves.
Hello. I'm
we-
coming to you as a disembodied voice.
Apparently you are. And you are in the heart of spooky. You are in Salem currently.
Indeed. And I, as a disembodied voice, am ephemeral. I can't mean unless I do that. Or then I take myself away. But then I do that again because I'm a ghost.
A ghost with lag issues.
No, shut your face with the lag. All right. You know what? It's the internet and this is America and it's a hellscape. So it's fine. Right.
And we have another special guest, two other special
two
guests
of them.
joining us. Some of you have seen her before on our various games and our various streams. None other than Katie Bourbon and her husband, Drew, are here to join us.
Ooh.
Hello, we are here to be fellow fans of horror and probably say silly things.
Yes,
That's
all the way from the deep, dark, despair-filled dungeons of New Jersey.
Spooky West Trenton.
Trenton makes the world takes.
Oh, but what does it take?
What does it take? Everything.
Your life.
Yeah, your soul.
We were kibitzing a little bit earlier before we started. Katie and I were comparing our shirts. She has a lovely dice-themed pajamas going on there.
In fact, we're going to make you the large picture right here, Katie. So give us just one moment. Boom.
There we go. See, look at the dice. And they got smiley faces on them, too. Work it, be it, own it, love it. And
We
then
got
mine,
this
I've worn this on the stream before, but mine also has sort of these glowing, very Princess Mononoke looking dice hanging out on my Hawaiian shirt. I decided I needed some geek semi-formal wear, so here we are.
Mm.
You came
What
for
makes
the horror
it
and you're staying for
semi-formal?
fashion.
What
I
makes
think
it
it's
semi-formal?
Semi-formal,
I need to
you
know.
couldn't wear it to an office meeting, but you could wear it on Casual Friday.
All right. See, I always assumed when people are like, "Oh, it's semi-formal," it's like, "Oh, we want you to wear a tie, but not black tie." I've been taking it in a very
Yeah, like homecoming.
parlance.
Yeah, collars and buttons, I think, are the. I think Victorian London Fog hit it right there. I've only very rarely worked in an office, and it's been a very long time, so I don't know for sure.
That's what I was like. I love that. Like Tommy's like, this is what office people wear, right?
Right? This is what you straights wear when you go to the office, right?
It's like an Office Space version of the Steve Buscemi meme from "Good afternoon, fellow teenagers."
Yeah,
Fellow kids. There you go.
I only worked in an office, like an office, besides coming in and doing contract work to like install phone lines in an office or something like that. I like worked in an office one time, but I was the only one in the office. It was incredibly creepy. I worked for a drive-away trucking company, which essentially means that you bought your company, which is in South Carolina, bought a new tractor trailer that was manufactured in Allentown, Pennsylvania. But you need to get it down to your place in South Carolina. We arranged drivers to transport those vehicles. And then, and so like what are the things that we would do is, I would have the drivers would call in, go, hey, I'm in Allentown, what loads you got? Hey, I've got a truck going from Allentown down to South Carolina. let me see what I've got in South Carolina, and I'd see where they could go from there. Because these guys would like hop around for a week straight around the country, dropping trucks off here, there, and everywhere, and trying to find, eventually making a circle back to wherever it was they started. But my office was in a dying mall. Car Talk, yeah. It was in a dying mall, and it was in the middle. You know how there's offices in the middle of malls? It was one of those offices, so no windows. No one walked by. It was a little cinder block room, not any bigger than the room I'm in now, with an internet line and a phone line, and that was it. And I was in there for 8 hours a day, just me and a computer, and no human interaction. I hated it so much.
I'm sorry for you. I am sad for past Tom. Yeah.
Drew said that sounds like heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going
to. But keep in mind, this was the early 2000s, so like the internet isn't even what it is now, not even remotely. Yeah. So that was like, wasn't like I could just get on and game or stream or something. No.
Yeah.
And I had no sense of the passage of time. It was just.
Yeah. London Ford saying that is their job.
Ugh. See, that's my idea of horror right there. Just a segue that ties in.
I have to go in the office tomorrow because I have a subpoena appointment for an audit. That's a string of very uninteresting words.
And yet,
I don't know.
Stressful.
Subpoena.
Subpoena. The existence of a subpoena suggests the existence of a dompoena, and I don't know what that is.
But also, it also suggests
I think that's a champagne.
Dompoena. It also suggests the existence of just a pena. Like there is a pena level and then the sub-pena level. And
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Uber pena.
If you like pina coladas.
True.
Or getting caught in the rain.
Or getting caught in the rain.
So, I thought I would, if you guys have anything you wanted to do in particular, I was going to go delve into this trivia list that Handler Z and I created.
Let's do it.
And you can feel free to play along at home. I've created a list of 30 horror-related trivia questions. I'm going to ask my fellow streamers here, not to shout out answers or anything like that. And I'll give like 30 seconds or so for you guys to answer before we reveal the answer. And you can score yourself on how you do. These are questions that Handler Z and I came up with. We tried to research them to make sure that we were 100% correct in the answers so that we wouldn't get things askew. But we're not professional trivia creators, so who knows what this is going to be. But if you guys are all ready, I will give you the first horror trivia question. So keep score 1 through 30. Here we go. Number 1. Who is generally accepted as the first person to portray a vampire in film? Who is generally accepted as the first person to portray a vampire in film? Give you a few moments to think about that. I had to go in and dive to make sure, like I had the answer in my mind, and I had to go in and dive to make sure that I wasn't missing something. So we've got that. There's also why I say generally accepted. All right, let's see if anybody wants to throw their answers into the comments. And very well, Shakespeare.
Yes.
No, not Lugosi. Not Lugosi. You got to go older. Do you have a guess?
I do. I do have a guess. Am I allowed to say it? Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah,
when.
I think we can now.
All right, Max Shrek.
Very good. Katie, the bourbons.
It's Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. An admirable guess. But no, it is in fact Max Schreck. And Victorian London Fog, you are right. He played Count Orlok in the original Nosferatu.
But like
The original Nosferatu, which I believe is 1922.
And the only reason I know his name is because it is the name of the villain, of the secondary villain in Batman Returns.
Is it really?
I'm gonna flip
That
the
is the name
table.
of
You're absolutely correct, and that's
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and that is the only reason I know that name.
I have a lot of ones right now. 'Cause I knew it ended with an F, but it is. Oh, he threw her. He threw her up and down.
If you've never seen the original silent film from 1922, it's actually quite good. I highly recommend it.
Did you ever see the version where they did of the making of it, starring Malkovich?
Was that the one
And
with,
Willem Dafoe,
Yes, and Willem Dafoe. Thank you.
Shadow of the Vampire.
Was that
Oh,
the
it's
one
so
with
good.
Eddie Izzard?
It's so funny.
What was that?
Was that the one with Eddie Izzard?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. I saw that, and then I saw the remake.
Shrek was a vampire. Curse you, Proxima Rising. All right.
Get out of my castle. That was a horrible Shrek, and I apologize.
It looks like the Handler Z has joined me here for a moment.
Ooh.
We did the first question.
Yes. Oh.
All right. Our second question, which we again, Handler Z and I had to.
I got this wrong at first, but I did figure it out.
All right. Question number 2. How many Friday the 13th films are there? Again, how many Friday the 13th films are there?
So we are specifically talking about original series here, not the newer stuff that was done by Rob Zombie, not the newer stuff that was done recently. This is like original stuff.
All right.
Did Rob do Friday? I thought he just did Halloween.
No, he did Halloween. He didn't do Friday the 13th.
Oh, sorry.
I get a point for that.
You can get a point for that.
I shall allow it. Again, how many Friday the 13th films do you think there are? I'm going to give it to Katie and Drew. This one, 14 is a great guess. Great guess, Proxima Rising.
I feel like there were. All right.
17.
Is it gonna be like a trick question where it's like it has to say Friday the 13th in the title?
No.
Okay. Because
the official Friday the 13th star the same have the same villain in it.
Yes.
Because I feel like there were 4 regular ones, and then there was Verse Jason, and then there were the 2 remakes.
Sounds about right.
That's my vote.
Is how many?
Well, if with remakes and crossovers, I'm gonna say 7.
7. All right.
I've got to give it to Nick's guys there. Well, I only recognize one, and it's Jason X, which is Jason Goes to Space, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Shakespeare, do you have a guess?
I do have a guess. I'm saying 8 because it includes Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next.
It's not wrong.
An interesting logic stream.
Different kind of Friday.
For us OCD people, we're going to be upset to find out that there are 12 Friday the 13th movies.
Oh my God.
Yes.
They
I
couldn't
wanted
actually
to-
get it up to 13?
I want it to be 13 so bad. I want somebody
Is
to
that
make one
including
more.
Freddy's Final Nightmare or Freddy's Dead or whatever it is?
No. Freddy is not is Friday the 13th. He's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, yeah.
Something that is true. They do have crossover.
Yeah.
Yes, well, there's Freddy versus Jason is the big one.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
think that
Oh,
counts.
it was.
Yes, it does.
Is it really?
Because it has Jason Voorhees in it. It does count.
Okay.
Yes, I got Elm Street and Nightmare confused.
Me, so did I. Yeah.
Wait a
So
minute.
did I.
Okay. I know this looks going to be out of order for you, and I'm sorry. Can we skip ahead to one of the ones that I wrote?
Oh yeah.
Um,
All right, here we go. Go
Well,
ahead.
I mean,
You read this one.
okay. Fears are interesting. Things like arachnophobia, that's a fear of spiders. What is thalassophobia?
Ooh.
Can we spell it?
THALASSOPHOBIA.
THALASSO phobia.
Yep. Thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia.
And I got to give myself credit for this because we were on a walk and Tom was like, "Oh, it's like a fear one," and I came up out of nowhere with this one, and I was like, "Yes, I'm so excited."
So, does anyone have a guess?
So a lot of people will mistakenly think that this is a fear of lassos. This is actually the fear of throwing that ass in a circle.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Nix, you are very close. You are very close.
All right. Very nice.
You got a guess?
I have a smart ass guess.
Sure, go for it.
Fear of that lass. So basically, it's a fear of Scottish women.
Mhm.
It's a fear of Scottish women. That lass-ophobia. There we go.
Fear of squid again. Victorian London Fog, you're close. You're close.
Fear of squid.
Do we give up?
Yes, it's got to have something to do with cephalopods because it's toast.
No.
No.
It is a fear of deep water.
Oh.
Ooh, I might have that.
Just being out in the ocean or in a large,
Or like
body
a
of
deep
water,
lake.
a big lake, and not being able to see the bottom.
And not knowing what's underneath you.
Ah.
That is thalassophobia.
I don't have that so much as a fear, but more of just like a
Oh, I also want to show off.
iffy.
I made that.
You did. That's why I wanted to show it off.
I still heard.
She made my shirt.
It's our,
How did you make it?
Submechanophobia? What is that, Nix?
That's got to be like a fear of submarines.
That's what I'm guessing.
Asthenophobia, what?
Nix posted submechaphobia?
Submechanophobia.
Submechanophobia.
I'm going to keep
So like fear that you're actually like a robot inside.
Fear of submerged man-made
Man-made objects.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
I
very
have that.
specific.
I agree with that.
Being crushed in a bathysphere.
Yes, that's a.
Because
So
bathyspheres are
basically, you're
incredibly
saying
prevalent.
that you would. So Nix, basically, you're saying you would not die in search of the Titanic because you wouldn't go on the adventure in the first place.
That's exactly, I think, what Nix is saying.
All right, that's valid. Or find horror monsters, finding out that the monsters are ourselves at the bottom of the ocean in a sphere because you want to go on that adventure in the first place either with Dustin Hoffman
Fair enough.
and Samuel L. Jackson.
Maybe the real monsters at the bottom of the ocean are the friends we made along the way.
Are the billionaires we buried on the way?
Oh, the real monsters of the billionaires.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
writing
we
that down
imploded.
so I don't forget it.
The
What?
billionaires we imploded on the way. So here's number 4.
Hold 1 second. I'm writing this down. Hold on, please.
All right.
Ocean. Oh, that's not a word. Were the billionaires we imploded along the way.
Yes.
Got
There we have it. There we have it. All right, go ahead.
You're welcome. That is my gift to the world.
I love it. Thank you.
In collaboration with Katie Bourbon. And let's see. Our next question is: this story is often considered one of the predecessors of cosmic horror.
Mm.
So, who wrote The King in Yellow? It is referenced in True Detective. It is referenced by H.P. Lovecraft, and yet it precedes him. So, who wrote The King in Yellow?
I think I know this.
If I were in my home, I would pull out the copy of it that I have and show you. Although my copy is from much later, it's not contemporary. It's Victorian London Fog. It is a story in a book of the same name. So there's a book called The King in Yellow, which is a collection of short stories by this author. The King in Yellow is a story in that collection, and to make it even more meta, the story is about a play called The King in Yellow. So there's a book called The King in Yellow that has the short story The King in Yellow that is about a play called The King in Yellow, and it's all by this one author. Anyone hazard any slightly bit of a guess? It's not someone who's really done anything else that you've heard of.
It is Wiz Khalifa, and it is King in Yellow, King in Yellow, King in Yellow, King in Yellow. You know how it is, King.
Oh, the Rude the Dragon in that book is actually really good. I do like that too, Victorian London Fog. That's pretty good. Probably written by a Queen in Red. No, you could guess. I could guess. By a gentleman named Robert W. Chambers.
Oh, no.
Robert W. Chambers. So there we go. Moving up to something slightly more contemporary for number 5. This is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So famous film director, producer, everything. So
Also, all throughout Maine, and the North Shore in Boston and Salem, etc., they are doing Jaws 50th anniversary showings at a lot of drive-ins and a literal inflatable drive-in that you can ride your boat up to on beaches in Bar Harbor.
Cute.
yeah, oh man, it's been a big thing. But we're gonna veer off slightly to stay with Steven Spielberg. What horror movie was also produced and co-written by Steven Spielberg? He not only produced one, he co-wrote it. It's definitively a horror movie. What was that movie? I will tell you, it is not E.T. Not considered a horror movie.
Scared the crap out of me when I was little, though.
Yeah, there were moments. Poltergeist by Victorian London Fog, a very good guess. Anybody else have a guess?
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
Yeah, well, in that case, Tiny Toon Adventures. Anything with Elmira in it.
No one knew who I was in that cosplay, by the way.
Oh, that makes me sad. I have a guess as well.
All right, what is your guess?
My guess is the remake of The Thing.
No, that is John Carpenter.
Yeah, I thought so. Spielberg had nothing to do with that one.
If he did not co-write it.
Oh, all right.
I would have to look up The Thing, but that's not. Although I do have The Thing question coming up here in a little bit.
Can we get a hint for like decade?
What's that?
Can we get like a decade hint?
It's I believe it's the late 70s. But I am going to say that both Victorian London Fog and Nix are correct. It is Poltergeist.
You didn't move the bodies. You
Right.
only moved the headstones. You never moved the bodies. As soon as she said Poltergeist, I knew that I was wrong.
He co-wrote it in addition to produced it. So good job, guys. Good job, Nix and Victorian. Well done. Keeping on with famous horror icons. What was Stephen King's first published horror novel? His first full-length horror novel. Stephen King's first horror novel. So not short story, full thing. Salem's Lot is a good guess.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Hello there, everyone. Yes, welcome. We're doing horror trivia. For those of you who have just joined us, C Team Live says Carrie. Victoria Lennon Fox venturing The Stand.
I know The Stand is not it. Stand was in the 80s.
And it is, in fact, C Team is correct. It is Carrie in 1974.
Oh, good. I now have, out of 6 questions, 2 correct.
I was going to say The Visitor's Guide for Maine.
Yes. The Maine Visitor's brochure.
I love that he goes around low-key signing books in bookstores, like not even asking permission to go in and sign them, and put like authors signed copy stickers on them. He just goes in and signs it. And fun story on that, when I worked in a Barnes & Noble in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, 20 years ago, he came into my store because he was doing a thing in Lancaster around the same time. So he was doing some convention, and so he came into our store, was not doing a signing, but was thus low-key signing his own books, and also a few other people's books. And my manager comes up to him and was like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" He's like, "No," and he doesn't say, "Hi, I'm Stephen King. These are my books. Let me sign them." He was just going, "Oh no, it's fine." And my manager just wasn't recognizing just like off the top of his head until finally he pulls out a paperback, shows the back cover, and he showed the picture, showed his face. And I was over at the information desk, and my manager just comes over, like thumps his head on the desk. I go, "What?" He goes, "I just told Stephen King if he keeps signing books in my store, I'm gonna have to throw him out." And I'm like, "He's here? Is he nice?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's very nice, yeah." But I have a book signed by Stephen King, but it is not his book. It was a book by the late great Peter David, and it said, "I didn't write this book, but I like it a lot, Stephen King."
When I was a youngin back in the 80s, I used to go to a marine biology camp in Maine, just outside of Bar Harbor. It was actually in Seal Harbor on Mount Desert Island. And a lot of, as you might expect, a lot of kids who lived in and around Maine attended this camp. And the one girl was neighbors with Stephen King growing up. And she said that his house was the best for Halloween. And she goes, you would think that he would have a big spooky house and he would do spooky things for Halloween. And she goes, and you would be right. He does.
I love that for him. My favorite.
Yes, he was undercover. I'm sorry, Proxima. He was undercover as Richard Buckman. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. No, it's fine. He was actually like just wearing a Red Sox cap and jersey at the time too. He was very in character.
All right.
My low-key favorite Stephen King underappreciated novel is Cell.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one's fantastic.
We're going to go back to The Thing now, because we mentioned the John Carpenter's The Thing, which is a remake.
Huh.
Yes. Because
originally it was in the, I think, early 60s was the first version of The Thing. But it obviously, John Carpenter turned it into this wonderful creation. So I'm going to ask you, what was Kurt Russell's final line to the creature in The Thing? Not the final line of the movie. The final line of the movie is he's there with the other gentleman, and they say, and it's like, wow, let's just wait a while and see, is how the movie ends, is that line. there is he does give a very specific line right before the thing explodes with a little help from Kurt Russell's character. What would his final line be? Yeah, his final line to the creature. He says it to the creature. Kurt Russell actually says it to the creature. The creature manifested as a creature. You could argue that, one of them was the creature in that final scene.
Maybe the real creature was the friends we made along the way.
Exactly. No, Victorian London Fog, he's fighting the big monster. It is clearly a monster. It's got the dog head coming out of the side of it. It's got all that. He gives a very specific line to that thing before he blows it up with a stick of dynamite. And we put this in because Handler Z and I just really love the line and how Kurt Russell delivers it.
It is, I'm gonna get you suckers.
No, but I also do like C-Team Lives. You know what old Jack Burton says at a time like this?
I enjoy that you really wanted Katie to be I'm gonna get you suckers. And you know what? Maybe we one day will get the Chubby Rain sequel that we all need.
Yeah, it's true. In an exasperated tone, Kurt Russell's final line is, "Yeah, fuck you too." Throws a stick of dynamite at it because it's cornered him in the building, and he's.
Good
So
line.
there you go. We just really like that one. I didn't expect anyone to get that one, but I love his delivery on that one.
That's
So,
fantastic.
Yes, Nick's realistic reaction, to be fair. So
I just like London Fog, I've also only seen the film once. So yeah. I said good boy.
I also love when the head sprouts legs and wanders off.
Yes.
Kurt Russell's character's response is, "You have got to be shitting me." Okay, moving on. We're going to go to TV now. We haven't done much TV horror trivia. Where is the TV show Dark Shadows set?
Oh.
Dark Shadows, back in the 60s and into the 70s, the TV show was a horror soap opera, and it was set somewhere specific. New England is vague, but you're honing in on the right direction, Victorian London Fog. It's in New England, yes, but it's even more specific than that. Most of it is centered around a house in a town in New England. It is a town named after the main family in Dark Shadows. So that might help you out. New Cana? No, not. Sorry, Proxima Rising. Now, can you remember any of the character names? Can you remember the main vampire in Dark Shadows? His name was Barnabas, and he had a last name. And his last name is a variation of the town name. Correct. Barnabas Collins is his full name. You think you got it?
I do.
Sucky McSuckville. Collinsworth, Collinsville. Nope. Where do you put a boat?
That's the only part that I knew. I'm like, I know the setting, but I don't know I don't know what the place is called.
It's not a ville, it's not a worth, but it's somewhere where you would dock a ship. That would be a port. Collinsport, Maine. Collinsport, Maine is the very specific town, and then it's the Collins family. Barnabas the vampire himself doesn't show up until 10 months into the run of the show.
Huh.
He is not a character on the show for the first 10 months. I too forget Maine is real sometimes, and I'm working there on the weekends currently.
All of you.
That's a fun thing. In the film starring Johnny Depp, the family had taken over the old house 10 months previously. So that's and it's like they keep saying we've been living here for 10 months. Like, why is our house? And like, because they're fixing up the old house and all that. And yeah, so that's a very funny similarity right there.
Huh. All right, here's another movie one. What horror film had an actual serial killer in its cast? What horror film had an actual serial killer in its cast? I will make it a little bit slightly easier for you. No one knew that this person was a serial killer. And I don't need the name of the serial killer. I just need the name of the movie. I will give you bonus points if you happen to know the individual's name. But there was a horror film that had an actual serial killer in its cast. They had some lines and everything. I don't know if Gary Busey killed anyone, but it looks like he did. No. He's I think C-Team Live. He's an incidental character. I'm going to give you that. It's also a he. He was an incidental character, but I believe he did have a couple lines in it. So not just a background. Unless you're implying the name, and in which case, I think you are right, C-Team Live. It is. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to hear Katie's answer. Katie and Drew's answer.
Yes. That would in fact be the film Star Trek Resurrection.
Star Trek Resurrection. Interesting guess.
There is no Star Trek Resurrection.
Trick question.
No. My guess is The Naked Gun 2.5, starring O.J. Simpson.
Well, I think it's got to be more than two.
Yeah.
To be a serial.
Yes, murderer. Yes. There are a number of films that have murderers who are in them.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Some before and some after the fact.
After. What?
But it is actually The Exorcist.
Oh.
The lab technician in the hospital was a man by the name of Paul Battison.
Huh.
He was convicted of killing, I think it was an ad executive, and linked to a large number more murders. That he was never actually convicted on the others, but he's prime suspect in all those. In fact, he bragged about doing it. He was released in 2003, is still alive, and lives at the age of 87, or no, 84, I think, in Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. No, Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Did we just dox this guy?
But yes, he was. And
He'll
apparently
still kill you, but you're going to hear this first.
He was committing the murders while they were filming, like in the same time frame. It wasn't like, oh, he killed them 20 years before, or, oh, he killed them 10 years after. It was like, no, he was killing people in the same year that the movie was being filmed.
Wow.
But
See,
he
ladies, he has time to text you back.
He was an actual X-ray technician, and they were doing some sort of they were going to do some sort of scene where they're trying to find out what's wrong with Linda Blair, and so they're like, okay, well, let's they take her to the, if you remember the movie at all, they take her to the hospital, and there's this tech who's operating the machinery while they're trying to see if there's anything wrong with her. That guy, because that was what he did in real life, and so they just brought him in to do it. But on the side, he was just, yeah, real killer.
Ironic that it wasn't a serial killer movie, or else they could have been like, "Hey, can we ask you some questions about realism?"
Yeah, right.
That's amazing.
Ooh.
All right, we're gonna go on to question number 10. We're a third of the way through. What H.P. Lovecraft story features a revived corpse?
Most of
I'm like, all.
No. This is very specific. H.P. Lovecraft story. It features a revived corpse. I can narrow it down. A man-made revived corpse, not like something that made a zombie or something like that. A man-made revived corpse. Think a la Frankenstein.
Yeah, no.
In fact, some have said it's his ripoff of Frankenstein.
Interpretation.
It was made into a movie, but it's the title of the movie is an abbreviated title of the story.
I have my answer.
What is your answer?
So actually, a lot more than a movie. It was actually made into a musical, because that is Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No.
Mhm.
However, I can see Rocky Horror Picture Show drawing some elements from it.
You think it was written by Riff Raff, but it was actually written by H.P. Lovecraft.
A la
Was it?
Frankenstein. Thank you, Victorian London Fawn. A la Frankenstein.
Was it? Blessed be his name. Was it? And this is a genuine guess of mine. Was it The Thing on the Doorstep?
No.
All right.
Anyone else have a guess before I reveal the answer? It is Herbert West, Reanimator. There was a movie called The Reanimator.
The Reanimator, yeah.
And the character's name is Herbert West. But they left his name out of the title.
That is such a crap movie.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and the story is not. The story is really good.
It is a documentary.
The movie Reanimator. Oh, I will fight you. It is crap.
No, that is what, like, I've put it on and left the room and come back and just been like, what did I unleash in my home? Like, there's not enough drug-fueled hooker orgies in horror movies anymore. There needs to be more of those, because it really drives the plot.
Counterpoint. It's
I'm
terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
well.
Well, we broke the top 10 now. We're into question number 11. This one's a little bit of an easier one, I hope. Kind of like a little softball for everybody. What is the fictitious name of the hotel in The Shining? I'm not looking for the name of the real place that it is based on and shot in the film, but the fictitious name. I have been to the real one. I didn't. Unfortunately, it was closed when I was there, so I didn't have a chance to go inside. It is in Estes Park, Colorado, and I spent a mini vacation out there many years ago. My girlfriend at the time was going to wrangle on a ranch, and I drove her out there, spent a couple days before I dropped her off at the ranch for the summer. And we drove past the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, and Victorian London Fog and Nix are correct. It is the Overlook.
I was correct. Huzzah. It has been voted consistently as the #1 most haunted hotel in America by the readers of Architectural Digest.
Really?
Yes.
I
Shelley Duvall. Oh.
I know it was Overlook, but I asked my joke answer is Motel 666.
No, that sounds like a trauma film that you need to make.
Or a Simpsons episode.
Look, they're always at HorrorCon, so I'm sure I could just like walk up and be like, "Hey guys, I got an idea."
Well, you got to get like a 2-sentence pitch line of what the movie is actually going to be about, but then that's your title, and then bam, you're in.
Drug-fueled hooker orgies
At Motel 666. There you go.
with puppies
With
There you
Satan.
go.
and Satan.
The puppies are the heroes, right?
Yeah.
You would think so, but there's a twist.
Oh, all right. Okay. There's a twist.
The
What a
twist is that they've all been reanimated. And they're watching the reanimator.
Ah.
They take off their mask and they're kittens.
Ah. That time I went to the wrong orgy. Oops.
Everyone just backs out.
They never played Blue Monday. I don't understand.
Oh my!
Ah.
How dare you, sir, bring up Blue Monday? How dare you? That takes me back. That takes me back to computer classes in high school. Oh no!
Oh yeah. Tommy, Two Princes was on when I was driving the other day, and I almost if I wasn't driving, I would have texted you because I was just like, it's Two Princes. Say
Bet you were wondering how I got here.
Mud skipper joke reference.
It is.
Oh.
All right. Here's another numerical one for you. We'll go to the Michael Myers villain.
Yeah.
How many Halloween movies, the Halloween franchise, has Jamie Lee Curtis appeared? Jamie Lee Curtis has been in a number of Halloween movies, the Halloween franchise specifically movies. How many of them has she been in? It is more than 4. See Team Live. It is more than 5. Proxima Rising.
We're counting the
Yes, we're counting H2O. We're counting H2O.
You certainly are.
Oh yeah. No, I watched that.
H2O is fantastic.
Look,
I love that one.
She plays the same character too.
more horror movies should have Busta Rhymes in them. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
He
Agreed.
could conduct the drug-fueled hooker orgy.
But also, LL Cool J was delightful in that.
Show me something that he's bad in. I'll wait.
I like him in toys.
Oh my God! Yes. Arguably a horror movie.
That movie also scared me. Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
Now makes me sad.
Yeah. I saw that. What was I, like 12, 13 when that came out?
Because you
Arguably
think
a
it's
horror
a kids
movie.
movie.
Yeah, they marketed it as a kids movie.
Yeah.
And my parents rented it for us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yay, Robin Williams and LL Cool J, and oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many Halloween movies has Jamie Lee Curtis appeared in? The answer is 7.
Oh,
I said 6
me too.
because I wanted to ask if we're counting the last 2 as 2, even though it's clearly the same movie.
No, yep, it is 7.
Oh, that's right. There were 2 of those.
Yeah.
Let's go to some horror history, some actual historical bits.
All right.
What was the name of the 16th century Hungarian noblewoman accused of being a serial killer and a vampire?
Count Orlok.
16th century Hungarian noblewoman accused of being a serial killer and vampire.
Countess Orlok.
Countess Orlok. Okay.
Countess Orlok.
Bernadette of Belgravia.
Susan.
Susan scares the shit out of me.
Ooh, off-screen wife is apparently playing, but not
Aw.
putting her answers into the actual game, into the actual comments. She just texted me.
Any guesses from my on-screen partners?
I know it because of my wife.
I believe this would be Lady Morgan, aka Melissa Zadoyko.
No, but not a bad guess.
I have a guess because one of our, and also it matches with one of our Twitch people here.
All right.
Lady, wrong one. Ladies on Love James. Nope, sorry. Lady Elizabeth Bathory.
That is correct. Or in the actual Hungarian, it's Erzsébet Bathory. But I know this because I narrated a supernatural gay romance novel that she was the villain in. Oh, and you've read a collection of lesbian vampire short fiction. It's funny, in the book that I narrated, it's under my name if you ever want to find it. It's Tom Zadoyko. It's narrated, it's written by Lee Colgan. Jaina Lee from Circus, formerly of Circus Stella.
Yeah.
She's written a bunch of male-on-male gay supernatural fiction. And she had me do a trilogy of hers. And the first book in the trilogy, there's a vampire and a werewolf who are tracking down where all the village girls are disappearing to, because they don't want to be exposed as to what they are. So they're like, we need to stop this. And they track it down. And the bad guy is Elizabeth Bathory. And she is actually not a vampire. She's just a crazy woman in that story. So
The villagers will say they were roommates.
that's right. Yeah, there's a series of 3 of them. So and they were actually really fun to do. Those are very, very good stories. To the point where that first one that I mentioned is written so well. It's called Mongrel. It is written so well that, like, she has Hungarian words and phrases in there that I had go look up the pronunciations of, and it delves into some of the history of the region, like legit history of the region in the story. So I was like, holy crap, this is actually really fun. So if that's your cup of tea, check it out. It's really neat. Staying in the history of things, the next one is a question about a creature. I'm in for hire right now doing voiceover. I will absolutely voice over an erotic novel. I don't care. I've done, oh my God, 10 of them so far. So whatever.
Now I want to go listen to these.
Right.
Play them for you at opening gate, though. Captain Drake, is this or is this not you?
Totally me.
And
I'll admit it.
He lowered his fly and released his member. It was turgid.
Oh no, the stuff I read is a lot more explicit than that, my friend.
Oh no.
Oh yes. The next question: what is the name of the cannibalistic monster in Algonquin First Nation folklore? North American First Nation folklore. There's a cannibalistic monster that features in a lot. In fact, I ran a game featuring one here on this very channel. I want to say that, Shakespeare, you, in fact, played in it.
Yes, I remember. And I think I remember the name. Really
the
wish
last
I knew
couple
this.
people get their things in here. The The Bourbons, do you have a guess?
Chud.
Chud.
No, I wish because so we mentioned Devin in the promo as she illustrated your books, and she is for those of you that come to the New Jersey Fair, she used to play my daughter, so she's my fake kid forever, and I love her. And we took a run down to Virginia, just like a quick like down and back this Sunday because she has pieces in a museum. I have like a
very cool.
Native American artists, and she had like 3 paintings, and then like another one was a painting. It just wasn't on canvas; it was on like a plank of wood, and then there was a gourd, and it was just like really awesome to see like her name on the wall, like you, baby girl.
That's awesome.
So, Shakes, you probably know this. You probably remember. But we do have 2 correct guesses in the comments. Victorian London Fog got it in there first, and then Nick's The Wendigo.
Yes! I did have that right. Fantastic.
The Wendigo.
I knew what a Wendigo it was, but like I didn't know that that's what it was.
Yep.
Picture it. I didn't know what it did.
Yeah.
Wait, it's cannibalist, but it's got a deer face. How can it be a cannibal? It's got a deer face. Explain native culture to me.
A lot, from my understanding, a lot of Wendigo folklore. You get a Wendigo when someone becomes a cannibal in a lot of the stories. Not all the stories, but a lot of stories when a human reverts to devolves to cannibalism, they turn into a Wendigo.
Okay, so every time someone chomps on a chomp, a Wendigo gets his horns.
Gets its antlers. Yeah.
I was being told I was being told today in the shop in Salem, which this only makes sense because I was in a shop in Salem today. I was being told about Wendigos by a 9-year-old girl today.
Nice.
That's awesome.
As is right and proper.
As is right and proper.
What's the New Orleans creature thing?
The Loup-garou?
Yeah, Loup-garou.
That is essentially a variant of a werewolf that came over with the French culture.
It is such a crackhead werewolf, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then in the upper Midwest, you have their version of a Sasquatch, which is the Hodag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great name, Hodag.
What's the one that's like so ugly that it's always crying?
Oh, that's the Pennsylvania one.
Yeah. And it's just like,
yeah.
I don't understand why that's scary. Like, what is it going to do to you other than just like show
Squonk,
up?
that's it. Squonk.
Squonk.
Yes.
The squonk. Hey, let's go back to movies for a minute.
Let's.
Who were the original 4 Ghostbusters? The characters?
Oh.
The character names? I don't need the actor names, although we can mention those as well. But the original 4 Ghostbusters, there were 3, and then a 4th one joined them before the end of the film. What were their names?
I know this one. But are we calling Ghostbusters a horror film?
It kind of falls in, especially the first one. It's a horror comedy, but it is.
Race dance.
Nix, I'm sorry you've never seen it, but that's a future treat you can have. You can watch it at some point, and it'll be a treat. It'll be a lovely little thing for you. I'm envious because after I watched it the first time, I adored it. So you have that to look forward to if you ever get around to watching it.
Race dance.
Oh, okay. That's
And Ernie Hudson.
Love me some Ernie Hudson. All right. Do either of my on-screen partners have an answer?
that would be George, John, Ringo, and Cletus. No. We got Ray Stans, Egon Spengler, Winston Zedmore, and I cannot think of Venkman's first name.
Dr. Peter Venkman.
Doctor.
There we go. That's right.
Peter.
Peter Venkman, played by Bill Murray. Ray Stantz, played by Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd.
Egon Spengler was Harold Ramis. And the inimitable Ernie Hudson was, in fact, Winston Zedmore. So, well done, everybody.
Listen,
well done.
I
well
don't.
done.
Listen, I don't care what's involved. As long as there's a paycheck, I'm fine.
An honorable mention to Rick Moranis, who suited up for the second movie.
For the second movie, Handler Z was mentioning that. She goes, "What does it count?" And I'm like, "No. He's in the second. He's in the second movie. In the original."
I was born to wear this stuff.
You look incredible.
Speaking of original movies, what actor plays the main villain in the original The Crow? In The Crow, the original Brandon Lee movie, there is the main overall bad guy. And he is played by somebody who I adore everything he does. So who is that guy?
I don't know his name, but I can tell you other movies he's been in. Does that count?
What other movies has he been in? Go ahead.
He was the camera guy in Look Up. Well, he was the guy that had like, the mechanical camera in Look Up.
You are correct.
Maybe check it out if you haven't seen it.
He's also the music studio record executive in The Doors.
Oh, it's been so long since I've seen that.
He is a ship captain in Alien Resurrection.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He is Guy of Gisborne in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, God, it's been so long.
So it's definitely not Ernest Borgnine. All right.
No, very not Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah, because I've seen The Crow like many, many times. I've seen Prince of Thieves when I was a kid.
No, not Alan
no,
Rickman. Alan Rickman, Victor in London,
he was sheriff.
The sheriff of Nottingham. His cousin, who says, "Why a spoon,
Why a
cousin?
spoon,
Why not
cousin?"
an axe?" That guy is the bad guy in The Crow. He's also a secondary bad guy in Strange Days.
Quick impression.
He's the main bad guy in the Eddie Murphy subway cop movie Metro. I really like this guy. He's also he's the mob henchman in Romeo is Bleeding with Gary Oldman. And his name, since no one apparently knows it, is Michael Wincott.
It's a great one.
And he's got the voice like this.
Yeah.
My daddy always used to say, every man's got his devil. If it's any consolation, you have put a smile on my face. I am going to miss you. Also, car, bang, fuck, dead.
Dead. Quick impression for you.
All right, we'll go back to history. We're going to go back to history, some historical things. In what city was serial killer H.H. Holmes executed?
Oh, no.
H.H. Holmes was executed for at least some of his crimes. It happened in a specific city. What city was H.H. Holmes executed in? Anybody got a guess? H.H. Holmes was executed for some of his crimes. That execution occurred in a specific city. What city was that?
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania is not a city.
Narrow it down. You're honing in.
Purple's a fruit.
An electric city.
Oh, well, if we're going with that, I know the name of that, but yeah.
Do my on-screen friends know?
I have a guess. I'll if I can say two things. But Katie, you and Drew go ahead, please, with yours.
I believe that would be the Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are dead because H.H. Holmes.
Oh, all right, yeah. He so
I'm not
he was
saying you're wrong.
okay. So if I correct me if I'm wrong, he was the murderer. He was Devil in the White City, the murderer of the for the Chicago World's Fair, right?
Correct.
Well, Columbia Exposition, as it was. My initial guess was Chicago. However, with Nick's saying the Electric City, that is Scranton, Pennsylvania, and Scranton is called the Electric City for two reasons. One, it was the first city other than Buffalo, New York, to be powered with light bulbs, and also it's where they debuted the electric chair.
However, you would be incorrect. And Victorian London Fog is correct. Philadelphia.
Oh.
He was captured and brought to trial in Philadelphia, and they had the honor of executing him.
Go Birds.
He was killed on a Wawa.
Gritty shed a single tear.
Gritty said, "I wanted to know it was me."
Apparently honored in that his body was entombed in concrete because he didn't want people digging him up to like examine the size of his brain and do all those kind of things after his death. So he asked to be entombed in concrete.
He was found dead at a Buc-ee's. Don't put that on Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is a nice place.
Oh, this is a good question. I don't know the answer to this one off the top of my head. Does anyone know the last words of serial killer James French? That seems to be like it's probably something flippant.
Probably like
Double murderer, not a serial killer. Okay, but still, I've heard of this, and it's something. I want to say it's something very. Oh, there it is.
Time is but a window.
Death is but a door. Time is but a window. I'll be back.
Yes.
Yes. That is incorrect, London Fog. I do know that. That has been disproven.
It has been debunked.
Yeah. Debunked, yeah.
Really?
Everything's already been said.
Oh, is that what his actual last lines were?
Actual last words were everything's already been said.
Huh.
Yeah.
I still like the idea that as an idea.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Here's the headline.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that wasn't his last words. Maybe he said that before that.
Oh, you know what? Let's assume he did.
Let's assume he said it. They just weren't the last ones. That way we can all win.
Oh no, he did say it. Yeah, so here we go. He did say it, but said it 3 days earlier.
So they were last words, they just weren't final words.
Yeah, they were some of the last words of his life.
Some of his last words. All right.
Some of his last words in the last days leading up to his death.
Or his farewell tour.
All right. Literature again. What was the name of the original cat in Poe's The Black Cat?
Ooh.
In Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Black Cat, he finds and befriends a cat. He names it. What is that cat's name? It is a very suitable name, especially given what happens throughout the story.
Just glad that we're talking about him and not H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh right, yeah,
I
know he would name it.
I deliberately tried to only ask questions about any author or horror property or whatever just once, because I didn't want to like overload with Edgar Allan Poe references, overload with H.P. Lovecraft references. I tried to mix it up.
I thought
Sooty,
you were going to say like
Shadow's good, yes.
the horrible side of them, just the horror.
Oh yeah, because H.P. Lovecraft did have a cat name in one of his stories, and it is something you would get punched in the face for.
I just assumed. I didn't know that for a fact. But
Oh no, he did.
no one is surprised. Are you surprised?
He had in one of his stories. I forget which story it is off the top of my head, but he had a cat named N-word Man.
Which is just inaccurate. It's a cat.
I know, right? But that was the cat's name. But no, this is a mythological name. Does that help?
Oh, ish. I had a guess, but yeah.
It is a name from mythology.
I was going to call it Lucifer.
It is from specifically Greco-Roman mythology.
I love
Dale. Final answer is Dale.
Dale, god of
Lucifer.
Saturdays and lawn mowing.
He is a god.
Dale is the patron saint of grass-stained New
Monroe Max, a very good guess. And if we were doing planets, you'd be 2 planets away. The cat's name was Pluto.
God.
I put Hades. Does that count?
Hades is the Greek version of it, but he specifically called it Pluto in the story.
That's a dog, you dummy. Silly Maryland goth kid.
What is generally considered the first horror film? What is considered the first horror film? I will be surprised if any of you know this one.
Oh, all right. In that case, no.
And it is way older than you think it is. It is a French film.
Oh, in that case, let me take that one
I'm
out.
probably wrong.
Oh, it's way pre-Universal Studios. It is a silent film.
I'm going to say technically, like, the train coming at people scared them. So...
Yeah, I can see Birth of a Nation. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But no. It is considered an actual horror movie.
Sally and I were discussing what movie would make the worst musical adaptation, and that was one of the top in the running.
All right, I'm going to give you this one pretty quick because there's no way you're going to guess it.
I was saying
it is Le Manoir des Diables. I probably butchered the pronunciation. The House of the Devil from 1896.
Ooh. Very nice.
It's a French
when Edison was
film.
involved.
And in it, everyone dies.
It was made in 1896. What are they going to be, like, over 100 years old?
All of the human characters die in it. So there you go.
At the very least 130. Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I went on a dive once trying to figure out what the oldest horror film was, and that cropped up. Only 1890s babies remember this horror. Well done, Nick. Well done. Let us go to here's a real world one. What is the world's largest extant species of spider by weight? It's a living spider. It exists in the world right now. It is the largest spider in the world by weight. I'm being specific because there's some discrepancy with other measurements. But by weight, this one is hands down the biggest spider in the world. Victoria and London Fog is just naming all the spiders. Like, Charlotte.
Man, Spider-Man, Peter Parker,
Peter Parker.
Miles Morales,
Let's say Gwen Stacy's mom.
Oh,
Gwen
I hear
Stacy's
she's got it
mom
going on.
has gone on.
Ah!
Do either of my on-screen friends have a guess?
I was going to say tarantula along with Nyx. However, tarantula I know is not a spider.
It's a
Tarantula is a spider.
No, it's not. A tarantula is not a spider.
Are you
Is
thinking camel
not
spiders,
technically-
which are not a spider?
Tarantula is not a spider.
Pterodactyl's not a dinosaur.
That I knew. Sure.
I said Australian, and Drew said huntsman. So we're gonna go with Australian huntsman.
The huntsman is the largest. Is the largest by leg span, with a leg span of 12 inches. I hate to refute you, Shakespeare. Tarantulas do, in fact, comprise a group of large, hairy spiders in the family Theraphosidae. So they are technically
asking-
yes, a spider.
All right.
And our winner is one of them, and it is the Goliath bird-eating spider.
Bird eating?
Yep, and Victoria London Fog was right way back at the top of that chain. Yes, bird-eating spiders, because they will predate birds.
Yeah, if it was the Goliath spider-eating or salad-eating spider, then it wouldn't be so heavy.
Shelob.
Think about that.
Yeah, it is. It is freaking enormous. It is by weight. It has a mere 11-inch leg span, whereas the huntsman has a 12-inch. But
God, why? No,
the
this is
Goliath
nightmare
spider
fuel.
can weigh up to 6 ounces.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a hefty boy or girl.
I no. Kill it with
We're
fire.
running out of time, so I'm going to get through these. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing both famously worked for what horror film studio? They were both stars in a certain horror film studio's stable. Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing worked together, often playing opposite each other.
The name of the studio?
Yep. Production company. I'm pretty sure they're still around. Let me check and see if they're still around. I think they are. The brand is still around, but no one has been investing in it in quite some time. The most recent film that I can see that they produced was in 2019. Anyone have a guess? Go ahead. Go ahead, Shakes.
I feel like this is wrong. No, because they made other stuff too. But is it Hammer?
What do you think, Katie?
I have Vincent Name Your Price.
No, it as mentioned by Victoria London Fog first, it is in fact Hammer Studios.
I was right. Oh, okay.
Yep, Hammer Studios. Peter Cushing. Other notable people who did things in for Hammer. Oliver Reed did some Hammer movies. But Vincent Price did not. And yet he was friends with Cushing and Lee, and they did movies together.
I was gonna say Vincent Priceless, and now I wish I did.
They did movies together, but they weren't Hammer movies that they did together, from my understanding. But Hammer Studios still around. They just don't do much lately, but they still technically exist. At the beginning of this stream, we mentioned Salem's Lot. In Salem's Lot, the vampire Barlow turns the people of the town into other vampires. Where do the vampires that Barlow creates rest during the day? They rest somewhere very specific during the day. The vampires in Salem's Lot, besides Barlow has a coffin. But all the other vampires he creates, they stay somewhere else, very specific. Where is it that the vampires in Salem's Lot stay? And as much as I wish it was Motel 666, it is alas not. There's a specific item that they are using in substitution of coffins.
Electric City. Scram.
Although you could rock down to Electric Avenue.
I have a guess.
You have a guess. What is your guess, Shakes?
Say I've never read nor seen a production of Salem's Lot, but so I'm going to guess.
All right.
The trunk or the boot of a car, because it's a lot. So like it's a car lot. So trunks of cars in a car lot.
The original Trunk or Treat.
Booyah!
It's not a treat. It's not a treat. You are partially right. They are cars at the drive-in.
Oh.
There's a point in the story where our protagonists realize that there are no cars on the streets or in people's driveways anymore. And they find them all parked at the drive-in, and the vampires are hiding in them during the day.
Oh wow. So the drive-in is the lot.
I don't. Salem's Lot, I don't think has. Well, you know what? Now I don't remember.
Sometimes the real lots are the friends we made along the way.
Sticking with movies, what is the name of the tragic professor in the 1986 version of The Fly, portrayed by Jeff Goldblum?
I was going to say Jeff Goldblum.
No, what is his character name?
Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Which is different than the professor's name in the Vincent Price version of The Fly. And the only reason why I feel that this one, I had to bring this one up, is that I have heard it referenced in other pop culture things over time. The name.
I'm going to be so mad when I find out what it is. Max Shrek.
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jake's got a guess?
No. I was just going to simply say Jeff Goldblum, but since we already said it's being played by him, no, I don't.
Yeah, played by him. The character's name is Seth Brundle. You might have heard of the term Brundlefly.
Yeah, it's the space between the gut. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's because he's spliced into a fly, and it's this horrible creature that they call in the movie the Brundlefly, and it's been used in pop culture to describe anything particularly hideous and horrible. They use the term Brundlefly sometimes. So Seth Brundle. Back to literature. Eaters of the Dead is a Michael Crichton novel about what ancient monster story? You know this one, Shakes. You're flailing about. You know this one. All right, hold it in.
Mm-hmm.
See if anybody else knows. Eaters of the Dead by Michael Crichton is a novel about what ancient monster story? It was turned into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
which is neither
With Antonio Banderas.
with Antonio Banderas, the 13th Warrior. So if you know what the 13th Warrior is about, you know what Eaters of the Dead is about.
I got nothing. I was just gonna say ghouls, but I don't know specifics. Antonio Banderas. Oh, it's Puss in
Welcome
Boots.
Yes, it is the monster
yes.
story, the horrible
Yeah.
monster story known as Puss in Boots.
Like,
That's true.
He gets those big eyes because he's a ghoul.
Oh, very
all
good.
right, Shakes, you want to tell us?
Yeah, the monster is Grendel from Beowulf.
That is correct. It is a retelling of Beowulf.
Huh.
It's fantastic. It's a short story. It's or like a novella. Yeah.
All right. We also have. Moved it by accident. What is the official name of the creature in Mary Shelley's original story, Frankenstein? What is the official name of the creature in Mary Shelley's original story, Frankenstein?
Paul.
I think it's Billy. So a friend of mine, when we had to write our papers on Frankenstein, you have differing opinions on what to call it, and how people are like, they never have a name. So he just straight up, like at the beginning of the paper, named it Billy, and throughout the rest of the paper, he would refer to the monster, the creature, whatever, as Billy. And just like straight up like took the pedantry out of it and was like, so Billy says.
That's
Really does
amazing.
this. Victorian London Fog, it is not Adam. A good guess. A lot of literary papers and scholars ascribe Adam as a name, but he is never called that in the book at all.
He refers to himself as like Adam, doesn't he?
He does say he calls himself like Adam, but
Like
he never,
Adam, yeah.
Yeah.
he never gives himself that specific name.
And as the creature was just drifting away, he called out to me, "You know what? You could just call me Frankenstein. It's fine. Everyone else does."
Screaming Dragon, Prometheus, that is the byline of the title,
The modern
Frankenstein,
Prometheus.
or a modern day Prometheus. That is never mentioned in the story itself.
And Prometheus would have been not the monster, but rather the doctor.
I mean, the doctor's like so like stuck on himself. He would have just named him Frankenstein Jr. anyway.
You bring up an interesting legal point, having to some extent been created by Frankenstein. You could claim that as a surname. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my trick question. No name. He is
Just the
never
creature.
given a name
That's
by anyone, including himself, in the entire story, which is
That
part
is-
of the sadness of it. He's never.
That was the second question I got right.
He was never given a name.
So he could never accurately sing at karaoke night "I Got a Name" by Jim Croce, because he'd be like, "This song is a lie."
Yeah.
He has to.
And the Frankenstein, Victor von Frankenstein himself, he refers to him as an object, as the creature, as the abomination, as everything, but never a name. Never gives him a name. Because the real monster of the story is, of course, Victor von Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, yeah.
Speaking of monsters, and now back into history, Vlad III, Tepish the Impaler, and the inspiration for Dracula, was the ruler of what historical kingdom? Vlad III, or Vlad the Impaler, as he is known, who was the inspiration for Dracula, was the ruler of what kingdom?
Bohemia.
Victorian London Fog, he was aided by the Turks at some points in his career, but not Turkey. Although the Turks, he both received aid from the Turks and fought the Turks at various points during his career. He kind of played both sides, but he did not rule anywhere. He did not rule Turkey. I will tell you, it is no longer a kingdom, so it is no longer the name of a nation in the world today. I want to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say that Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie by Francis Ford Coppola, mentions it.
I think when they're doing the little figure stories.
Yeah, I think they mention it. No, it is not
do.
Slovakia. Slovakia
It
being
is-
the eastern part of former Czechoslovakia.
If I remember correctly, the book, the novel, The Historian, gets it right as well.
It is not Transylvania.
No, I know.
That is a region. That is not a kingdom. This is a specific kingdom. Its lands now reside in modern-day Romania.
I want to hear Katie and Drew's smart-ass answer, and then I think I have a real answer.
All right. Carpathia is the mountains, Screaming Dragons, and those are the correct mountains. They're in the right place. So it's the right region.
My joke wanted to be the from What We Do in the Shadows, and I couldn't think of where.
Where Nandor is from.
Yes, where Nandor's from. I couldn't come up with it. So I don't have a joke answer. I only have a real answer. We were going to say Bohemia.
Bohemia? No, Bohemia's a little too far west.
Okay. It was like Ottoman Empire, Constantinople.
They fought
Alcanadar.
Alcanadar. Yes.
Yeah, no. He's from Wallachia.
That is correct. The Kingdom of Wallachia, which changed hands several times between the Hungarians and the Turks, the Ottoman Turks. They fought over it, and Vlad and his family would be on one side or the other of the conflicts, trying to carve out the kingdom for themselves.
See, if you told me like Borat or like Balki were from there, I'd be like, oh yeah, Wallachia, of course. But yeah, it was not.
Yep. It is in the Carpathian Mountains.
Come on, Balki's from Miposh.
That's right.
He's very Miposh.
I'm scared that you know that.
Yeah, that was too quick.
I'm more scared that I recognize it immediately.
And because we're so happy we do the Dance of Joy.
That's right.
We all
How
went there
many
because
seasons?
that takes up free rent space in our heads.
From now on, we're running out of time. I've got 4 questions to go.
All right.
So, how many seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer aired?
Saw you.
This one was in deference to Handler Z. She is a huge Buffy fan. How many seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer aired?
7. I'm probably wrong, but
Yeah, there's not comic books. The TV show itself.
I preferred the movie.
Do either of you have a guess on
Yes.
camera? Yes. Katie, Drew, what's your guess?
Drew's guess was 7.
Drew is correct.
Yes.
And Victorian London Fog, 7 seasons of Buffy. Just as a weird aside, there was also 7 seasons of True Blood.
Huh.
Coincidence? What is the name of the spaceship in Aliens, the second movie? Not Alien, Aliens. That ship has a specific name. The ship that the Space Marines arrive on. What is the name of that ship? Bonus points if you know the original ship
Almost know it.
from the first movie.
Let's go with your guess. Because I don't.
Oh no, I mean I just have a funny answer.
Anybody have a guess on the name of the spaceship in the movie Aliens?
I have a guess, but I think I'm wrong.
Well, what do you think it is?
Prometheus.
No. That is an alien movie.
Oh, right.
And that's later.
That was a prequel one, right?
Yes. Yes, Victoria Lennon-Fogg, I love what you did there. Not Nostromo. The Nostromo is from the first movie.
Okay.
And this is not the Nostromo. So cleverly done. Well done. So Nostromo is from the first one. This one has another one.
Serenity.
No.
Yeah.
It is the Sulaco.
Okay, no. my other guess wasn't right either.
It is the
That's-
Sulaco. Nostromo
terrible.
from the original Alien movie is a reference to a Joseph Conrad story called Nostromo, which is a story of a boat, of a ship. And there's a lot of Joseph Conrad, the guy who wrote Heart of Darkness, involved in that first Alien movie. So they named the ship the Nostromo. What is the first use of the word zombie in a film? Using the word zombie specifically in a film. It is pre-Dawn of the Dead, although Dawn of the Dead, Nix, you are partially correct in that the shambling creatures that we normally think of the rotting undead corpses, are referred to as zombies in that movie for the first time. Night of the Living Dead, Screaming Dragon, they do not refer to them as zombies in the movie. The Incredibly Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies, a very, very funny story. However, that is not correct. Yeah, Nix, you were not totally off. You were partially correct, but I will say the first term zombie is way earlier than this. But the moment I say it, you are all going to, I think, recognize it.
Is it? Wait. All right. So,
What you got?
is it White Zombie?
You are correct. It is White Zombie.
Okay, I thought so, but I was like, I couldn't think of it if there was anything before that. But
In 1932, the 1932 cult classic White Zombie, who Rob Zombie named his band after, is the first time that the word zombie is used in a film. Now, in that film,
it's a
they
voodoo
are
thing,
the
right?
traditional zombies.
Yeah.
They are living people who have been drugged and basically ensnared in an occult spell kind of thing to act the way they do. They are not the undead, which comes later. The first time they are mentioned as the undead being zombies is Dawn of the Dead. So Nix was right on that part. All right. Here's our final question. What is the most common phobia in the world? Researchers surveyed people around the globe, and 17% of the people surveyed had this specific fear.
I mean, if it's not this, then I've been lying to a lot of people. I mean, they say that like you attract what you fear, so I'm terrified of Jason Momoa.
I don't mean to burst anyone's bubble, but he was mean to my friend on set.
Everyone has that day.
It was multiple days of shooting.
Damn it. Okay.
And they were coworkers.
That's
Which put a pallor over my, because I liked the guy too, and then I heard that and like, and the person who told me this is a really good friend of mine, and she was on set with him for multiple days. And I'm just like, oh, damn it.
For your friend, it'll be hate fucking.
Okay, well there you go.
Well, was your friend, to be fair to the Momoa for just a moment, was your friend actually being a dick?
No. Consummate professional.
Blast. All right.
We all tried.
All right. Let's see some answers here. We've got the fear of clowns, arachnophobia, fear of spiders. No. I'm sorry. No. The dark. No. Yeah. But Victorian London fog actually hit it. It is social phobia. No, up higher. Social phobia. So fear of public speaking falls under it. Social anxiety disorder, as they say.
I'm glad it was that because I've told a lot of people over the years while hosting various comedy shows that, you know, like public speaking is the number one fear. So anyone getting up here, you know, deserves praise and love and whatnot and respect.
Public speaking and social interaction is the number one phobia in the world.
That was my second guess, but I put down arachnophobia.
Yep. Arachnophobia is the strongest second one. Arachnophobia is after social phobia. Arachnophobia is the next highest one.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they didn't make a movie with John Goodman about public speaking and people being afraid of it. No.
Now imagine
arachnophobia is a better movie.
Now, public speaking spiders. Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Oh, Toast is gonna write another book.
Spiders at the Optimist Club reciting their
I'm just
Listen, Uncle Stevie, if you're watching, and we know you are, you need to write about that now.
Just picture like a spider with like a headset, like, I look around this room and I see potential. You have 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 potential.
And that is my web talk.
Oh.
Stop it.
Oh yeah, King's Speech. Yeah, exactly. King's Speech, fear of public speaking. Yeah. And that is our trivia. That is horror trivia. I don't expect anyone to actually have kept score, but you think you did okay? You got some?
4. I got 4.
You got 4 of them right?
2.
Did not do well.
4, 5.
I wanted to make it hard, but not impossible. But I certainly didn't want it to be easy. So hopefully we lived up to that, coming up with these questions. To be honest, I would have known about half of them.
I got just over a quarter of them. I got 26%.
Yeah,
I got 8.
To be fair, without resorting to a Google, I probably would have gotten about half of them. But there's some of those that I would, like that the first horror film ever, I never would have gotten that. No idea. I'm not that much of an aficionado. And actually, Melissa was the one. Handler Z is the one who found that.
Let's go.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for some horror trivia.
This was fun.
Yeah. And thank all of you back there in Twitchlandia, all of our regular friends who come by all the time. Nick's good to see you. Victorian London Fog, Quad Kevin, Screaming Dragon, Monroe Max. Guys, thank you so much for stopping in, spending your time with us, doing this silly little thing that we do. Proxima Rising, thank you for being here. and hopefully next week we can actually get our game back on its feet. That's the plan. We have our Katie Hauser is running our game with Steve O'Dockerson, Hob the Troll, myself, Master Shakespeare right here, and Maddie White, Wright. I'm sorry, who ironically had to call off the game tonight because she agreed to help cater a 12-course meal. So she is actually doing the horrible things that we are doing in the game. Yes, we will see you all hopefully very soon. Some of us live and in person. Yes, Victorian London Fog. I will be there in New Orleans. If I don't make it down to any of the events in New Orleans itself, I will see you when you come up to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair. I'll be there, as will Master Shakespeare, as will Handler Z, as will many of the other people you see on this stream. Paulo Garbanzo, obviously because he's running everything, but he'll be performing that weekend at the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, November 1st through December 7th. Come and check us all out there. Katie, Drew, you had an Instagram that you are people could find you at?
Yeah, so the conversation earlier was how like I did a live video this past weekend and I got a pop-up that was like, pretty soon people with under 1,000 followers won't be able to do live videos. And I don't think I've ever done a live video on Instagram before, but it was just like shut up, I'm cool. So I don't know, if you want to follow me, I post funny things whenever I think about it.
We should just do it out of spite so that you can do live videos.
Just out of spite, yes. Like, follow me. Like, just, yeah, we're not going to be doing anything groundbreaking, but just to stick it to the man.
There you go.
And I will probably be posting, updates on this guy as he gets better and better. But until that happens, you're not going to see me a whole bunch of places.
Well,
we don't go out much.
We'll get you guys on another game, maybe.
Yeah.
Another horror stream. We'll get you guys to join us for that. Maybe even my next game.
Ooh.
Either way, it was a lot of fun, and thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Ghost Walker Shakespeare. Where can people find you?
Oh, well, people can find me. By the way, happy 100 days until Halloween, everybody.
Hooray.
People can follow me on all of the things. If you want to follow me on all the things, please do so by going to linktree.ee/Shakespeare.approves. That's my link tree. Just to follow me on all of my links are right there. And join me Tuesday mornings right here at twitch.tv/Nat21 Adventures and also on my socials for Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare, 10 a.m. Tuesday mornings, the collaborative writing project. And of course, you can join me at various Renaissance fairs for the rest of the year, going in reverse order. The Louisiana Renaissance Festival. I'll be there with this guy right here in late November through mid-November through December. And then before that, I'll be at the Lady of the Lakes Ren Fair, November 1st through 10th. Maryland, September 27th to October 19th. Sparta, New Jersey Ren Fair, September 6th through 21st. And 2 more weekends of the main Ren Fair, this weekend and next weekend. And then taking August largely off from fairs and festivals, enjoying myself and doing fun stuff in Salem.
Nice. I, too, am at the main Renaissance Fair right now until the end, playing Captain Sir Francis Drake. After that, I'll be at the PA Ren Fair for 1 weekend only. September 13th and 14th. You can find Buckle and Swash there. After that, Arkansas Ren Fair. We're doing 2 weekends there. They're middle weekends, the 20th through the 28th. And then I'll be down in Louisiana after that, and we'll see you down there. I want to thank our sponsors really quick. We've got 3DTU, 3DTU.org, our good friends Amy and Jesse doing all sorts of fun geek products, so go check them out. Also, Destination D&D. They are currently in England, but then they'll be going to New Orleans, where many of you are joining us, and we look forward to seeing you down there, DestinationD&D.com. And, of course, we've got my books and my wife's books, Dare, which was our first one, and Dread, with hopefully coming out soon, the audiobook version, as soon as I get my lazy butt back into recording. But there's our schedule. You'll notice that tomorrow, Thursday, Flash Phantasmagoria, we're writing with Handler Z. She's actually, because we're trying to take our daughter, Baby Bat, somewhere tomorrow, right around the time she would normally stream. We're going to try to see if we can record one tonight, but it will still be up tomorrow for Flash Phantasmagoria. So you'll be able to watch it then. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I hope you had fun, that you learned a little something, and we'll see you all next time. So on behalf of the Bourbons, Ghostwalker, myself, Handler Z, who wandered off, thank you so much, and have a lovely evening.
Mwah.